got to tell you.
Yeah.
It also made me broke. It was $3,500. But, you know, that's what you pay if you want something sometimes, and they know you want it. There's a lady at the Antiquaire in Paris. It's the Louvre Antiquaire, and it's right across from the Louvre. It's an incredible antique gallery. If you ever go to Paris and you go down the Louvre, directly across the street is this incredible antique gallery. I remember walking through there with Odd von Weert, and there on display was Legend of the Lighter, but it was Le Legend des Briquets, because it was in French. So Odd was very pleased and proud, and the lady who owned the shop when he walked in, and she had him autograph a whole bunch of books. So there's a bunch of French signed ones. The oldest patented pocket lighter I know of is right here. Thank you, Guy Nishida and Richard Ball. Guy Nishida had this in his collection when I first met him, and Guy and I have known each other probably a long time, going back to when Andrew, his son, was maybe this tall, and was one of the first lighter collectors I ever met from Los Angeles area, who was very serious about lighters. Little did I know that we'd be standing here today, all these years later, and of course we ogled over each other's piles, because we both had respectable piles of lighters by this point in our collecting history, and in that pile was that lighter right there. And I couldn't believe it. I just, you know, and I was into these old things now to the point that, you know, and I was coy about it, honestly. I didn't pester him or anything, but I did make it clear that if anything happened with that lighter, would he please let me know. And then one day the phone rings and he says, hey, you know that lighter you were interested in? And of course, here I have it. And I consider it a gift, because he could have broke the stick off in me, and he didn't. When I learned about it, then a guy named Dennis Alsford, a Canadian guy, had written a book about the history of matches, match safes particularly, and in his book he happened to have an original ad for this lighter, and I realized then with that ad it was from 1848. So this is the earliest real mechanical pocket lighter I know of.
You told me that after you got it from me.
Huh?
You told me that after you got it.
I know, I didn't know it till after.
I got that.
Richard Ball found another one for me, and he sent it to me, and it was a gift as well. Time goes forward. I've learned a lot more. I found more pieces and others that are rare and unusual, like Rathbuns. Thank you, Mike Cassidy, and thank you, Terry Cairo, and I can think in Ron Iroquois right here, and others who've contributed to this collection. One of the real big things that happened was back in 1996, the Bryant May matchmaking company in England was going under. And they were like Diamond Match. Diamond Match was a culmination of companies that started in the 1840s by a guy named Ezekiel Byam. And Ezekiel Byam got the Phillips patent, the first American patent match, which I have the only known box of, was Alonzo Phillips in 1836. And quickly, matchmaking in the United States became a giant industry, but a cottage industry. Small companies all over the place in the Northeast mainly, and Byam bought the patent from Phillips and started the Byam Match Company under the American Match and Boston Match and a bunch of different little match companies, but eventually it led to the Diamond Match Company in the 1870s as they conglomerated. And you'll collect matches, you'll see, you know, under license by Diamond Match. So you'll find Gates matches, and you'll find all these other brands of matches licensed by Diamond Match. And they were the world's largest corporation, like bigger than General Motors is today, was Diamond Match then. They were doing everything from wax paper to everything you can imagine, but they were selling billions of matches every day. Well, in England, the counterpart was Bryant May. And Bryant May, just after, say, 1920, they acquired a collection from a guy named Edward Bidwell. And Edward Bidwell had been collecting fire-making appliances and getting them from all the world's explorers. A guy named Lovett, who was famous for the battles in the Boer War, was an explorer all through Africa. He brought back friction methods using wood, and then other guys in Borneo and all around the world. They all knew Edward Bidwell, and they brought him these things. And Bidwell built a collection that in 1910 he put on exhibition for the very first time. He did it in a little museum in London, and in that he did a display of what he found. A lot of these pieces that are here, this little tinderbox here, was on display in that museum exhibition in 1910. It also has a Bryant and May number on it because after that exhibition, people became very interested in the subject, and the Bryant and May Company, who was expanding at that time, they wanted his collection, and he was getting old, and he thought, well, maybe it should go into a place that the public should, be able to have access to this collection. The Bryant and May Company was willing to make space and put the cases together, and they did, and they produced the Bryant and May collection of fire-making contrivances.